Where's the scene? So we vibe coding this channel, doing something a bit new. Vibe coding until we hit $1 million, if that is possible. So I will let you know how we doing that exactly. Just getting something set up here. Alright, so here is how we doing this. Let me just check something really quick before we get started. Alright, so here's how we doing this. We are going to download MT5 data, candlestick data, run some backtests. So let us go to bars. We take the pound dollar on the 4-hour time frame for the last 6 years or so, requests, and I will save that to my trading account. Yeah, my trading folder. So once it's done, this is my own AI tool that I built. So once, what I'll do is I'll go turn on memory for trading, and then alright, let me run the scanner. So what this should do is it will run the scanner on this folder right here, and it would automatically pull the pound dollar. And once it does pull the pound dollar, it will start the scan. So we pull up this PowerShell here, and it is going to run through and do some back testing. And the back testing that it's going to do is not based on a specific strategy. It actually going into exploration mode. So it doesn't have a strategy in mind, it doesn't have a guideline. It's just going and run through and knock out a lot of combinations and come back with the results. So while this is actually setting up to run, we could get back and look at this, but when it comes back, it spits out a report like this. So this is a report for the euro dollar on the 4 hour time frame, and you could see here is 9,500 candles it ran through, and it came back with 218 different results. So from these results, I could go and I could start filtering by max drawdown. Typically I don't want anything with more than 15% drawdown, and we filter that. And what happening is all these strategies has a stop loss, a take profit, and it is risking 1% per trade. So when it does the back testing, what it does, it spits out this form for me, and I could go through and I could filter and see which strategy I want to develop more and actually turn it into a bot. So let me just dock this on the side here. Alright, so let me see where we at with this. So it's still loading up in order to run the backtest, which is fine. While that is doing, I was kind of going over some ideas for HFT bot, but we'd wait until this backtest complete. We look at some of these results and take note. I can take note directly inside of here. Strats on Euro USD H4, and then I will just make a note here of what strategies I want to look at. So let me reload this page. I actually pulled up the this is the correct one. So with this one now we have the actual max drawdown, so I filter by 15 and I apply. So we go from 218 to 99 results. Strategy 4, I already built out strategy 4. So how this works, I could just go back in and I could tell it to build any one of these strategies, and it will code it into a MQL5 bot in like 2 minutes, if so long. So I already built strategy 4. Let me see what else we built. We built strategy 4 and strategy 13. I don't like that drawdown there. Built strategy 13 already. So the nice thing about running the backtest in exploration mode is I don't have any bias to the type of strategy I want to run. It just does it and it spits out some findings, and then I could filter through and pick what I want to work with. I think those two were the only two strategies I found on the Euro USD that I wanted to use. So this one doesn't look too bad as well. This one doesn't look too bad. This is strategy 42. So how this will work is, let's see, we do this again. Build strats 042. Here's what I'm building. Strat 042, bearish, so it is short, and you can see it actually has these same settings more or less for strategy 042. Good edge. Alright, build it. And what should happen is, once we don't have any issues, it would ask if to save it, and then once we do, it should show up here with the strategy name as well as the drawdown amount. So this is the strategy completed here, full HTML5 file. However, I do know, and this was my bad, I used the wrong model to build it. So I will switch the model here, and then I would say because the first model doesn't do that good with codes, it sometimes it does miss some things. So this model, however, doesn't really have much bugs when it actually builds out a strategy completely. Alright, so this start running the back tests, we start pulling in some results. So once this is done, we get a new file, and we will be able to look at the different strategies it found. So what it would automatically do is, so right now with this running the strategy on this pound dollar, it would create a new folder for itself, put the results similar to this, and move the strategy in there. So you can see here right now we have these two strategies, approve that, and now you can see strategy 042 built in here. So this is how quick we build algos now. So let me see if I see anything else that I want to use. Drawdown too high. Not sure this is because I have a filter and a lot of the, if we set the drawdown a bit higher to 25%. See what happens. Strategy 1. I don't like this kind of equity curve. %16 drawdown. Strategy 2. Now something like this, if we run a strategy like this along with some of the other strategies that have a low drawdown, it will kind of even off, because at the end of the day, we only risking 1% per trade. You see the problem with this? This is a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Even though it does have 55% win rate, it is still 1-to-1. There we are. 39% done. One to 1.5, but 48%, 20% drawdown. Now you could run some of those strategies, the ones that have the higher drawdown. You could run those strategies and just reduce the risk, because each one of those come in with a 1% trade risk. So it is possible to do that. I just do all these back tests at 1% in order to be consistent across the board. But I really don't like anything over 15%. Right, so while this is doing, let us go and look for more trade data in order to download. Right, so where we at here, 44%. We could do gold. Everybody like to trade gold. H4. Should we do H4 time frame? We do H1 requests. Would we get all the data? Alright, so we're at 36,000 bars. I will not save this as yet until this is actually completed, because this is actually pulling a CSV file from inside the trades folder, so I don't want to mess it up by dropping another file inside of there one time. So while that is being done, come back and get goal after. Right, so it went through, it looked at all the strategies on the CSV file, looking through 139 strategies. Strategy 13, which we already did. Strategy 2, we already did. Strategy 4 and strategy 8. So strategy 2 and strategy 8. Let me see what strategy 2 was. Massive sample size, high statistical confidence on board. Red related. Alright, so this had what? A sample size of 6,622 trades, so it is a very large sample size. We could build this strategy as well. Yeah, let me do that. We do that. So let's go through to build strategy 2. Strategy 2 is done. Strategy 13. %68 win rate 1-to-1. just a waiting game until we complete the backtest. Right, GBP USD is done. So right, so this is the results for the GBP USD H4. This is the report. So it already reading the GBP USD H4 file. And this is the breakdown. So top tier strategy 1, strategy 32, strategy 5, strategy 22. It would pick strategy 1. So we go through and take a look at it. Strategy 1, 1 to 2, 50% win rate, 142 trades, 11% drawdown. The next recommendation, strategy 32, strategy 5, so strategy 5 doesn't look bad, but it have a low sample size, 112 trades, 1 to 1. I think that was the reason why it recommended strategy 32 first. So let me take a look at strategy 32. %82 win rate, 1 to 1.5. I see thing. Oh, 3% drawdown, 29% return. All right. So start with strat 1. Right, so in the meantime, we clear up. We don't have the GBP was put in its own file, so we could actually go and look to download the data for gold now. So once I get done with strategy 1, it will code it and then drop it inside the folder, and then we could probably do strategy 2. So %, drawdown, 3%, drawdown, 11%, 6%, 80% win rate with strategy 22. While I'm looking for that, let me build strategy 32. % win rate, 0 to 1 to 0.5. 6% drawdown. So the thing is, this does have a negative risk to reward, but the win rate is extremely high. So in an instance like that, I really don't mind a strategy like that because the win rate is so high. So we'll just do one more strategy for this. Let me get gold by the time. So we will download the data for gold on the H1 this time. This is going to take significantly longer because it is over 30 something thousand candles. So I will save this. Okay. So I just need to tell it to run the scanner. So you see it picked up the gold. So it's going to run the scanner on gold. Alright. Question is, do I want multiple strategies with a low RR but a high win rate? I mean, that could work, you know. Just when we run the strategy, we run them on a reduced risk. Yeah, so let us build strategy. Build strategy 1, we build strategy 32. So build strat 20, 22 or 23. Alright, so we will build strat 22 as well. Alright, so we should have 3 strats for pound dollar H4. Alright, so now we just wait until the backtest for gold gets done, but I know gold will take pretty long because gold has a lot of bars on the H1 time frame. The one with a 64. You know what? We could try the 20 pip challenge with our strategy, something like this. No, it's 1 to 1. That needs to be at least 1 to 1.5. I see we could get with RR 1.5. 50 strategies. 1 to 2 with 50% win rate. Oh, this boost. If we got that here. So we could probably build one of these strategies into a 20 pip challenge if we could find the right win rate to match with the right RR. Alright, we just started processing gold. This is going to take a while. 37,000 rows for gold, so this is going to take quite a bit to get back some results. I think your risk for each trade for the 20 pip challenge is 20% and target 30%. So let it think for a bit and see which may be the best strategy in order to build something like that. Oh, that would be an interesting experiment. Alright, so quite a bit, boy. For 20% risk, 30% target challenge. The math is brutal. You need to edge 80% before 20%. Alright, best candidate is strategy 32. Let's see. Strategy. I need to take off the filters. Right. Alright, best candidate strategy. I think you're not sure what the 20 pip challenge is, so alright, so it found the 20 pip challenge now, so it has an understanding of what it is. So now I fully understand what the 20 pip challenge is. The pip challenge need a lower time frame, M15 to H1 for a fixed pip target. And then when run the scan on alright, so it recommended that we run it on a fixed pip. So here's what we would do. Get the 20 pips. Alright, so now it understand what the 20 pip challenge is. Instead of using a fixed pip size, we work with the percentage. So that does change things a bit. Risk level 23%, account balance, target 30% of the account balance. One trade per level, binary outcome. ATR based SL, TP. Pick a RR. Got it, clear approach. Normal scan workflow, stay the same. No changes to the scanner. I don't want to change the scanner. Goal is brutal. We had 14% and only get 3 candidates so far. The best fit for the challenge is the pound dollar H4 strategy 22. Which strategy is 22? So it is suggesting strategy 22 for the 20 pip challenge. Why not strategy then? Alright, strategy 22 is what? 80% win rate. 1 to 1. It does have a solid equity curve, but the RR is 1 to 0.5. Alright, we'll wait for gold to finish. But gold is going to take a while. We have a lot of data for gold. 37,000 candles to run through. All right, so if anybody curious about what we are doing, I built this AI tool to, well, initially it started as a tool in order to deploy my websites and fix any bugs on my VPS. It eventually evolved into something that could, well, build websites, fix its own code at the moment. It could review its own code and fix its own code. And when it comes to trading, for the trading channel, I could simply tell it to run a scan. It runs a scan through Python, which is this window, on any specific folder that I place, or any file that I put in a specific folder, which is CSV data. Once it finishes the scan, the files are then put into another folder that this tool could go. It would read the CSV file and it could do a full analysis of all the results. So this is what the results look like on a HTML file. So this is for me to view, but this looks at the CSV data, and then it would make recommendations. And then once it completes the recommendation, so if we look back here, so it made a recommendation in order to build where was it? So it made a recommendation here to build strategy 1. So I just need to tell it build strategy 1, and what it would do is write the code for strategy 1. As you can see here, strategy 1, and it has the max drawdown, and it would write the code and actually build it into a MQL5 bot without any bugs and place it in this folder for me. So when done, I could just drop it on my trading platform and run the tests, or run it on the platform. So all the back tests were done through Python with a 1% fixed risk per trade, and it is in exploration mode. So that means it does not have any baked in strategy like, you know, look for XYZ. No, it just runs with 37 different tools available, and it just explores and finds what works, and then it creates this report. So this is what we are doing, running through and getting reports done on different symbols. And once we find a strategy that works, we could look at the strategy here and pull up the equity curve and see which strategy actually works. So let's say we like this strategy. It lists out all the trades for that strategy over the last 6 years, as well as the equity curve, win rate, and then I just tell the bot to build the HTML5 for strategy 2 on Euro-Dollar H4. So that is what we are doing. This is where we are at. So before, I would have sat and wrote code, which is cool, which is also frustrating in itself. But this is just an extremely smarter way to approach things. So in order to get data, what I do, I just jump on my trading platform. I look for a particular symbol and I download all the data, open, high, low, close for a specific symbol, time frame since 2020, and then all I have to do is save it to this folder, which is the root, and the scanner will automatically pick this up, run the scan, and once the scan is completed, it would create a folder and drop it with these 3 files in here. So this is the HTML file for me to view, and this is the report file that the bot actually looks at. So it does look like a lot of mess, but at the end of the day, this is not data for me to review. This is the data for the for SSH Whisper to review. So that is how it works, and that is what we are doing. just chilling and doing exploration research in order to build a portfolio for the trading account. Oh, all right. I think goal was too long. Let us. Should I run goal again on H1? Goal on H1 is too much data. It's too much. Let's leave out goal for now, and we could download the data for Forex major. There we do Aussie card for what time frame, 2020 to now. We request the data and then we export the bars to trading. All right, so alright, hopefully this will not take as long. This is only 9800 bars, so hopefully they should get done a lot quicker. We got stuck with gold just now. Gold had 37,000 bars, so that kind of slowed down the process a bit, but hopefully with the Aussie card we will get done within like the next 5 minutes or so. That is generally how long it takes to run a full 5.5 year scan for almost 10,000 bars. So once that is done, we'll be able to pull up the report, take a look at it, and SSH Whisper would be able to look at the results, and then we could figure out what would be the next best strategy in order to build some MQL5 bots. So far, we are up, and if I load VelaTrack, so far, if I so far we up $200 on this mission. We have a lot more results for Aussie card. Oh, 39%. Right, 1,214 trades for 6 years. That's a lot. Has been performing pretty well though recently. You know what I don't know? What I don't know is what it looks like. Monitor input symbol and strategy performance. So you know what? I could feed it one of the strategies, and I could look at the code for the bot. So let me give it low key. It's a pretty panel. Alright, so the scan now finish. I'll get back to monitoring this just now to design this. Alright. Alright, so it already analyzed the strategy. Okay. We're looking at what? Strategy 3, strategy 2, strategy 1, strategy 6, challenge candidate flag, strategy 69. Open the Alright, so this conversation is getting long. I would start a new one, but load back my memory so we keep things smooth. Alright, we look at the strategy that we just found. We found 1,022 strategies. Alright, so first thing, we don't want anything less or greater than 15% drawdown. Oh wow, that does look good. That does look good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? What was the recommendation though? Alright, so Uh, let's just wait for you to read the results and kind of give us an idea of which strategies to go with. Right. So for the Aussie card, we have strategies 362. For the 20 pip challenge, we could use strategy 969. So we see strategy 3. Strategy 3. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I don't like that 19% and 19% drawdown is ugly. Alright, so let us start with building strategy. Let us start with building. It wants to do strategy 6. Which one is strategy 6? 74% win rate. Alright. Build strat 06. Oh, again. Made a mistake and built it with the wrong model. Alright, we can fix that. Approve and apply, and now we will do an audit. Audit strat 006. MQ5. So I did just now, I made a mistake on a build strategy, the MQL5 code itself with the wrong model. Even though that model could write code, it could write code for our website properly. But when it comes to writing code for MT5, sometimes it writes the code and makes errors, like small errors. So it completed writing the code, and I just told the other model that I normally use to write code to do an audit review, and then if anything broken to fix it. So You could see it is right in our fix version 1.01, and then it would delete the old file, and then it would save the new one and change the name. So that is how to fix that is how to fix a problem. All right. That is how we solve these problems. You said this, and I am looking for, I didn't get to take a look at 69ers yet. 69. Actually, you know what? While we are doing that, let me go and look for bars. We did Aussie, we do Aussie CHF H4. Same period of time, last 5 years, 6 years, 5.5 years. We save that and get rid of this and save that. And then we go back. Don't need to use Opus for that. Run the scanner. So now it will start scanning the card CHF for any strategies. While we get back to reviewing this one. Okay, strategy 69. It said this would be a good strategy to use for the 20 pip challenge. I mean, that is a nice equity curve. 1-to-1, 57% win rate, 1100 trades. Have you tried not doing anything less than $1? $9,000. With a 22% drawdown. $6,000, 14% drawdown, 72% win rate. Strategy 48. It's a buttload of trades. 2,200 trades in 6 years. That's a lot. We're just building 2 strategies from each symbol. Just going to try to stick with 2 strategies from each symbol. So we already did strategy 6. So Strategy 6 and strategy 3. Yeah. Little strat 3. Alright, strat 3, strat 6. Alright, so where we at with this one now? 14%. Still quite a ways to go. This is a nice dashboard though. Could probably build a dashboard like this into HTML file and stream all the results directly to the website. Trend spread. I wonder if we could do that. Could we do that? am so tired. I already have this like Velotrack. If we could ideally find a couple strategies that would work as clean as this, not that one. As clean as this, we just reduce the drawdown. That would be ideal for the portfolio. %. I don't want 19% drawdown, but I don't mind taking more trades. Reduce the risk from 1% to maybe 0.5%, 1/4%. Alright, 69%. 30 again to go. All right, report done. Shit, that's a lot. Strat 1, strat 4, strat 25, strat 1 to 3. Strat 1, strat 4. Oh, this is pretty. This is pretty. Strat 1, strat 4. Strat. Was it 24? 25? Why would you recommend those? Oh. Oh, come on, man. We did that again. Right, strat 25. What's the next one? 19% drawdown. I speak to drawdown, we don't want that. $18, $12, $7. All right, what should we grab now? We should grab the yen, the H4, request that. Save. Save that. And let us Were you really updating? Is the same file? Is this the same file? Oh, fire and forget is the only method for running this scanner. Never use as a JSwift but to run this scanner on anything. Alright, cool. Cool. Cool beans. Done. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, same to you. This is something new I was working on. This initially started off as a just a tool that I built in order to manage my VPS, and it gradually evolved into something that could do everything. I didn't even realize it. I didn't consider it building trading bots, but I edited the code, and now it's so simple. Say if I CSV, it run a scan, it analyze it, and then build the trading bot one time and save it. So what I may do is all of these reports, I may just drop it on my Discord so anyone could have access to it. You could filter through and see what you want to use. I would have to do that when I get some time. %. All right, cool. I would try to make time, probably create. Let me see. Yes, be so busy I don't really get time to. I could probably put that under tools. So what I would do is I would upload the HTML files, which is these files. It would be one file per symbol, and it would vary. So like this symbol had 1200 different strategies, and you could read through the conditions of the strategy right here and then run the test. I'll put my little bell hammer. Which app this? SSH Whisper? Where did we get that? Oh, I need to compress the file. Okay, I'll compress the file. So to be 100%, or maybe I'll probably just drop it in a Google Drive and add the Google Drive to the Google Drive link. To be 100% honest, when I first started to build it, I was considering not really marketing heavy, like just doing streaming videos showing the different things that it could do, until it started to surprise me on what it could actually do. Because at the moment, it could search the web, it has vision, it has a text editor that allows it to write proper code. Well, as you saw, it could go on your computer and open file, edit files, edit its own code and give itself an upgrade. When we got to that point, I didn't know if I wanted to sell it again. I'll be 100% honest. I am conflicted about that at the moment. Hundred percent honest, I am conflicted about that. Let me see if I could actually create a Google Drive that I could let us shorten that. All right. Well, so it is here in Discord, not in VeloTrack. Or VeloTrack. I am going to share URL for this as well. So if you do trade, yeah. So if you do trade, I build this tool that allows you to monitor your trades in real time. So what that does is it looks like this directly in MetaTrader. You can look at the daily results. Well, it's Saturday right now. Trades for the week, trades for the month. The month now started. We had one closed trade, so that is why. The lifetime of the account, as well as the calendar and stuff. All right, so we just got done with UDJPY. All right, top recommendations. This file is completely different from the UTC, both long and short edge. It's more balanced market, which is good. Top picks. Strategy 1, 2, 8, and 11. Standout hidden gem strategy 20, 43, 44. Right, let me take a look at strategy 20. Ooh. Ooh, 2% drawdown. 77% win rate and 1-to-1. What the hell? 60 sample size. Right, so your recommendation is strategy 1, strategy 2. Let me see. Strategy 1 is 968 trades, 55% win rate 1-to-1. Strategy 1, 20% drawdown. Strategy 2, 18% drawdown. Is the two best strategies you recommend, dude? Top 3 pick strategy 39. Strategy 11. 8% drawdown. Eleven, 14, 39. 11. That's ugly. Oh, strategy 1 and about a 20% drawdown. Alright, take this a different approach. Strategy 25. Strategy 25. 39, 18, 11. How the hell is this so many? Percent 240. that is enough streaming for one day. About 2 hours and 45 minutes. Enough research for one night. We'll pick this up tomorrow. So, for all of you who join the stream, thanks for watching. Come back, I should be here tomorrow. We'll continue doing some more research. I'll start running some of these algos and get them up on MetaTrader on the trading account. I will link the trading account below or in a future video, because that trading account could actually be copied by anyone. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next stream.